weeks ago we took a look at the stinker ocean title RoboCop 3. Today we are taking a look at the Digital Image Designs RoboCop 3, sometimes referred to as RoboCop 3D, which first hit the PC in September of 1990. In this game you tackle 5 different game segments that include driving, shooting enemies to rescue hostages, hand-to-hand combat, flying a jetpack and battling a robot ninja. 2 modes to play are also included, being the movie mode or arcade action mode. Basically they are the same, but movie mode just connects the stages together with some story elements. The whole presentation of the game is quite spectacular for the time. Roaming around an open world city in your car certainly wasn't common back then, unlike now. The fully 3D action stages were also quite revolutionary for the time. Now it may seem that the aiming in this game is rather poor, but truth be told, my mouse was not playing ball with this game, meaning I had to resort to keyboard controls. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to aim via the keyboard. Hopefully, you'll still have an idea of how the game functions. The first port we will take a look at is on the Atari ST. Now when you consider the price of an ST to a PC capable of running RoboCop 3, then the ST version doesn't seem that bad. In fact, first impressions are good thanks to the improved opening audio. In-game things are not as polished as the PC version, but again, not bad at all. The areas are now made up of fewer polygons and have less colour. But what's important is that they move smoothly. In fact, this is pretty impressive 3D for the time on the ST. Sadly, it's not all good. The flight sections are a bitch to control and the battle against the cyborg is eerily bad. As you saw on the PC version, this battle was in a full 3D arena. On the ST, you play from a static camera angle. This wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the controls. Every time you face away from the camera, the controls reverse, giving a whole new frustration to tank controls. This is such a shame as the driving and shooting sections are pretty well done. Now I'd just like to point out that this Amiga version is being played on a base Amiga equivalent to the ST version you just saw. I'm not sure if this Amiga version is a port of the ST game, but I suspect it is. Right, on with the good points. I really do like the way the Amiga port has music playing during the shooting and driving stages. It really does add a lot of tense to the atmosphere that the game is aiming for. Also, I love the screen garbled effect when RoboCop takes damage. This wasn't in the ST or PC original. What I don't like though is how this version is so bloody slow. The driving sections are practically unplayable and the shooting sections really chug along at a very low frame rate. This, as you would expect, also compromises the controls, making aiming far more a chore than it was on the ST and PC version. I'm amazed at how highly this game is praised. I guess if it was played on an Amiga with a 3D graphical enhancement, or even a 1200, it may be much better. But on a standard Amiga 500 that most people owned? Yeah, best avoid this and go with the ST, or even better, PC version. And let's take a look at all those versions of RoboCop 3D running side by side.